Okay, I was running out of time there. Thought maybe continue on with the hat here. I always feel if you don't get the face and the head right, I don't bother with the rest of the carving usually, but that hasn't happened too often. And as you saw in my last series with the chipmunk, I had an unexpected checks going on all over the place, cracks on that piece, and it really is. You can really repair a lot of things if you take the time, you know, instead of throwing it out. Maybe do something a little different with it. And you know, that's a good time to experiment on things, folks. When it doesn't go exactly as you thought it might, that's the time when you can do this kind of experimentation. When I did the painting on that particular piece, I was not happy at all with the way it looked without the burning, so I burned over top of the paint. Like I said, I wouldn't recommend that with everybody, but it kind of forced me to try something new, which is perfectly fine, you know. I'm just trying to get that out there. I'm still fussing here with the hat. Alright, so we're going to keep trimming this until I get it close to those lines and we get the point at the end here. Oops, okay. There we go. Gotta be careful. You don't go too far. I'm just right on that line. Perfect. Kind of look from the top now, folks, and look down. You want to be careful. See how it's snapping off? There's really not another way you could do this. Alright, that's one. That's one. And let's do this one over here yet. We're going to trim things up a little bit more. Probably won't be that wide, but you want to be careful. Sometimes I found after you're done with a piece, folks, and especially if you're going to paint it anyway, super glue can really give it some strength. Putting super glue in there, so. Alright. So there's our hat, and I have a little bit more here and there to do. Now I'm going to go underneath here. Now this is going to be the tricky part. And this is where the alcohol and water might come in handy to spray it once or twice, so you don't have to put a lot of pressure on it. I'm going to get up underneath there, okay? And we'll fix this up because this all needs to be chopped out, but I still want to keep going with the face and with the hat. I'm just going to trim this all the way around, just like so. Alright. We'll have him smiling or something. I know I certainly was smiling when I was done with it. Done with school. We're going to really thin up his face here, so we're going to do this here first. He's way too thick yet. Okay. You just want to be careful how you cut this, because this grain kind of runs that way, so we're okay that way. Give him a little bit of a chin, which we'll do here. got a lot more up here to do yet, and I'm trying to be very careful. If I seem a little slow with this, it's because of the way that hat is. Now if you wanted to carve a piece and add it later, that is perfectly up to you. Perfectly fine if you want to do it that way. I always find adding things to a carving can be kind of difficult. I like the challenge of making everything out of one piece. You know, there are times and occasions where I will put things in separately. There we go. I get underneath there a little bit. We will. His nose and everything's way too large yet, so what I might end up doing is carving some of this offline to get it to the size that I need, and then continue on to show you how to do the rest of the face and the hat. But before we do that, I'm gonna switch gears here. We're gonna start doing some of the body. So what we want to do is we just want to, this is going to be his little, he's going to be holding a diploma, okay, and this arm is just going to stay here on the side. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to just round this up to the head here, just like so. We'll worry about putting that in a little bit here. Same thing over here. We're going to round this off, give him some shoulders here. And okay, and I know that's way too wide, so this is really how wide the robe should be. So we've got a little bit to cut off here, but we want to make sure. Now I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to start chopping a little bit of this out in the corner here. Okay, same thing here. I'm just going to chop some of that out. I'm going to leave that arm right there that we can see it. And once we have that diploma, this here, because that diploma is there, this can go here. All this can go straight. So what we're going to do is we're just going to slice this portion out. We won't need that on this side. Okay folks, we'll be back. I'm sorry we're running out of time. Alright, bye-bye.